God whispers softly to your heart, guiding you through the intricate pathways of love, life, and divine timing. There is a truth that resonates beyond the noise of human expectations and worldly pressures. The right one will never make you beg for love. Hear this not just with your ears, but with the deep knowing that rests quietly within your spirit. God speaks to those who are willing to listen, assuring you that love in its purest form is never coerced, never demanded, never a source of anxiety. From the earliest moments of our lives, many of us are conditioned to seek validation, affection, and recognition from external sources. We are told to pursue relentlessly, to chase tirelessly, to mold ourselves into shapes that others will accept. Yet, in God's wisdom, He reminds us that love is not a negotiation. It is not a transaction. It is a divine reflection of respect, honor, and shared spirit. The right one enters your life not because you have pleaded or compromised your essence, but because their heart recognizes yours, and they are drawn to the light within you, not to what you can provide them externally. Consider the countless stories in Scripture, the lives of those who waited on God's timing. Abraham and Sarah experienced years of longing, yet God orchestrated their union at the perfect time. Ruth and Boaz exemplified patience, integrity, and mutual respect, showing that love, when aligned with God's plan, flows naturally without desperation or pleading. These stories are not just historical accounts. They are living lessons for your life today. When God orchestrates the right connection, it will be seamless. It will not feel forced. You will not feel the weight of begging, pleading, or striving to earn affection that is inherently yours. Many of us have experienced relationships where love felt conditional. Perhaps you gave everything yet received little in return. Perhaps you whispered your heart in silence, hoping to awaken a reciprocation that never arrived. God sees these moments. He knows the quiet tears, the sleepless nights, and the heartache that comes from yearning for someone who cannot see your worth. He tells you now, your value is intrinsic, not contingent on another's attention. The right one will not treat your heart as a commodity. They will not demand your submission to prove your love. They will arrive as a companion, a partner, and a reflection of God's grace, and you will feel it in your soul. God also reminds us that self-love is not selfish. In fact, it is a prerequisite for receiving the love that is meant for you. When you nurture your spirit, honor your needs, and protect your boundaries, you create a space where the right love can flourish. Those who are meant to walk alongside you will embrace your wholeness, not attempt to diminish it. They will celebrate your victories, support your dreams, and stand with you through trials without demanding that you shrink yourself to meet their expectations. It is natural, in moments of loneliness, to question your worth or to feel tempted to lower your standards. But God speaks a steadfast truth: do not settle. Do not compromise the sacredness of your heart. The right one will see you. They will seek you. They will love you freely, not because you have begged, but because love flows naturally between two souls aligned by divine intention. In today's world, distractions and fleeting connections can cloud this truth. Social media, cultural pressures, and stories of instant gratification often suggest that love is something you must chase or earn. Yet, God reminds you that His ways are higher than ours. The right one comes when hearts are prepared, when spirits are aligned, and when timing is perfect. There is no need to force, manipulate, or persuade. Divine love is patient, tender, and mutual. It nurtures growth rather than fosters insecurity. God also speaks of boundaries, not as walls, but as markers of your worth. When someone requires you to beg for love, when they demand attention that should be freely given, they cross those boundaries. God teaches that love that is coerced or demanded is not love. It is a reflection of imbalance, fear, or insecurity. True love respects the heart it touches. It uplifts rather than diminishes. It encourages freedom rather than dependence. The right one will enter your life in ways that honor your journey. You may meet them in unexpected places, through circumstances that initially seem ordinary, but are, in fact, divinely orchestrated. Perhaps they will mirror your values, your faith, and your dreams. Perhaps they will challenge you in ways that encourage growth, always grounded in respect and mutual care. This is the love God promises, a love that never requires begging, because it is mutual, sincere, and intentional. Even as you wait, know that God is shaping your character, refining your heart, and preparing you for a partnership that will honor your spirit. Every experience, every heartbreak, every moment of solitude is purposeful. They are opportunities for reflection, growth, and alignment with the person who will eventually stand beside you. Your patience is not passive. It is active faith. It is a trust in the timing and wisdom of God. And as you walk this path, remember that love is as much about giving as it is about receiving. Yet giving does not mean sacrificing your dignity. Giving does not mean pleading. Giving is an overflow of a heart that is already whole. The right one will recognize this. They will not deplete you. They will enrich you. They will walk with you through sunshine and storms, not because you have begged them, but because their love is genuine and divinely guided. God also calls you to discernment. He urges you to recognize the difference between affection that is conditional and love that is steadfast. When you are tempted to settle for less, recall this promise. The right one will never make you beg for love. They will not test your worth through games, manipulation, or neglect. They will see your value, honor your heart, and choose you freely and consistently. Even when doubt creeps in, when past hurts whisper lies into your mind, God's voice remains steadfast. It says, do not chase, do not compromise. The right love will meet you where you are, not where you think you need to be loved. Your authenticity is your magnet. Your sincerity is your guide. The person meant for you will embrace your true self and walk with you in alignment with God's plan. There will be moments when patience feels difficult. You may wonder why love has not yet arrived, why someone has not recognized your worth. In these moments, God encourages you to lean into faith rather than fear, to trust rather than plead, to grow rather than settle. Because the one who is right for you is also being prepared. They are being shaped by God's hand to meet you with integrity, compassion, and respect. Your journey toward love is not a race. It is a divine unfolding. Every season, every trial, every moment of waiting is a preparation for the encounter that will not require you to beg. You will know it by the peace it brings. You will recognize it by the natural flow of connection. You will feel it in your heart, where God's presence assures you that this is the path of righteousness, integrity, and authentic love. As you reflect on this, remember also the small daily steps you can take to honor yourself and invite the right love. Nurture your passions. Cultivate friendships that lift your spirit. Pray with sincerity. Engage in acts of kindness and generosity. Live your life fully, knowing that the right love does not interrupt, demand, or diminish your journey. It complements it. And in this journey, remember to embrace gratitude. Gratitude for who you are, for the lessons you have learned, and for the love that is yet to come. Gratitude aligns your heart with God's timing and opens the door for divine encounters. The right one will meet you in this state of fullness, not lack. In this state of peace, not desperation. Finally, God whispers, "Be still, and know that love is coming." Be still, and trust that the one who will never make you beg is being drawn to you even now. Allow yourself to rest in this promise, to live in the freedom of knowing that you are already loved by the divine, and that this love sets the standard for all human relationships. And as you walk forward in faith, consider subscribing to this channel, allowing these reminders of God's truth to guide your heart daily. Let your spirit be nourished, your patience strengthened, and your hope renewed as you trust in the love that is meant for you. As you continue to walk in God's light, remember that the heart that seeks love without begging is already aligned with divine wisdom. God says, "The right one will never make you beg for love." This is not just a promise. It is a principle, a law of divine relational order. It is the heartbeat of true connection, where two souls meet not out of desperation or fear, but out of mutual recognition, respect, and spiritual alignment. You may have known love that required compromise, adjustment or submission that left you depleted. Perhaps you gave endlessly, hoping for reciprocity that never came. Perhaps you whispered your heart in the quiet of the night, yearning for someone who could not meet you where you were. God sees these moments, these trials of the heart, and He tells you, do not despair. These experiences are shaping you, refining you, preparing you for the love that will not ask you to diminish your essence. Every heartbreak you have endured, every tear shed in silence, every moment of longing, all of it serves a purpose. God is working unseen in these moments, not to punish or test you, but to prepare your spirit to recognize the right one when they arrive. The right one is not a figment of hope or fantasy. They are a reality being divinely orchestrated. And when that time comes, love will feel effortless. You will not feel compelled to plead for affection, attention, or recognition. God also teaches that love is a reflection of the soul's readiness. The right one appears not because you have exhausted yourself in pursuit, but because your spirit resonates with theirs. You will feel it in ways that words cannot fully capture, a sense of peace, a sense of home, a sense that your heart is finally understood without explanation. True love meets you where you are, not where you think you must be to earn it. It is vital, therefore, to cultivate patience and discernment. In a world where instant gratification often masquerades as love, God reminds you to stand firm in your truth. The right love will not require you to lower your standards or compromise your values. They will not ask you to chase, to beg, or to prove your worth. They will simply be, naturally and consistently, a reflection of the love that God has placed in your heart and theirs. As you wait, focus on your growth, your purpose, and your joy. Invest in the life that God has called you to live. Nurture your passions, build your dreams, and embrace the fullness of who you are. When you do, you create a space in which the right love can flourish. It is a space of authenticity, freedom, and divine alignment. The right one will step into that space with reverence, appreciation, and love that flows freely. God also wants you to recognize the importance of boundaries. Healthy boundaries are not walls. They are sacred markers that protect the integrity of your heart. When someone attempts to make you beg for love, they are violating these sacred markers. True love respects your boundaries. It honors your feelings, your needs, and your soul. It does not manipulate, coerce, or demand. The right one will meet your boundaries with understanding, respect, and a desire to walk with you in harmony, not tension. Consider the many examples in Scripture where God's timing brought together hearts in ways that were pure, respectful, and divine. Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Rachel, and the many accounts of godly unions remind us that love orchestrated by God does not require struggle, coercion, or begging. It arrives naturally, gracefully, and in accordance with His divine plan. There is no force, there is no desperation. There is only alignment and the quiet joy of two hearts recognizing one another in God's perfect timing. Sometimes in the journey of waiting, loneliness can feel heavy. The world may suggest that you are missing out or that you must settle for less. Yet God calls you to trust, to remain patient, and to stay rooted in the knowledge that true love is worth the wait. The right one will not make you plead. They will arrive with a heart prepared to meet yours, with intentions that honor your worth, and with a love that complements rather than consumes. Even as you navigate past experiences of rejection, disappointment, or unreciprocated affection, God assures you that these are not signs of inadequacy. They are lessons shaping your heart to recognize the depth of love that awaits you. Each experience teaches discernment, helps you to set standards, and encourages you to remain faithful to the truth. You are deserving of love that is freely given, consistently offered, and unwavering in its respect for your soul. God also emphasizes the role of self-awareness in attracting the right love. Know yourself deeply, your values, your boundaries, your desires, and your spirit. When you are attuned to your own heart, you naturally attract the love that resonates with your soul. The right one will see your authenticity and respond with a love that mirrors it. They will not test you or demand from you. They will join you in walking a path of mutual respect, growth, and spiritual alignment. Prayer, reflection, and surrender are powerful tools in this process. Pray not just for the arrival of the right one, but for guidance, clarity, and discernment. Reflect on your past experiences and allow them to teach you, not weigh you down. Surrender your heart to God's timing and wisdom, trusting that He is preparing both you and the one meant for you for a love that will never require begging. God's promise is steadfast. Love that is genuine does not demand, manipulate, or control. It is free, respectful, and nurturing. When you align yourself with this truth, you release the fear, desperation, and anxiety that can cloud your judgment. You open your heart to receive the love that is waiting for you, a love that flows naturally, honoring your worth and reflecting God's divine grace. In this journey, remember that your heart is sacred. Guard it with intention. Treat it with respect. Do not allow anyone to diminish its value or make you question your worth. The right one will recognize your heart's beauty, cherish it, and love you without conditions. They will meet you in your fullness, celebrate your spirit, and walk alongside you as a partner, a companion, and a co-journeyer in God's plan. As you embrace this truth, let gratitude fill your spirit. Be thankful for the lessons, the growth, and the clarity that God provides. Each day brings you closer to the union that is meant for you, a connection where love is freely given and freely received. The right one will not make you beg, because love that is true honors the heart it touches. Finally, in the midst of this waiting, remember to nourish your spirit daily. Engage in prayer, meditate on God's promises, and surround yourself with reminders of your worth. Celebrate your journey and share your heart with others in ways that uplift and inspire. And as you continue walking in faith and expectation, consider subscribing to this channel for guidance, encouragement, and reflections that remind you of the unwavering truth. The right one will never make you beg for love. Trust in this promise. Walk in your truth and know that God's timing is perfect. The right love is coming, and it will meet you in a place of peace, joy, and divine alignment. As you journey deeper into the understanding of God's ways in love, remember that the heart prepared for true union will never need to beg. God's words resound with certainty. The right one will never make you plead for love. This is not merely a comforting thought. It is a profound truth that governs divine connection. It is a principle designed to protect your spirit, honor your worth, and guide you toward the love that is aligned with God's perfect plan. Many people experience relationships that seem to demand endless proving, where affection is conditional and love feels like a test. But God reminds you now that this is not the way love was intended. True love uplifts, true love respects. True love flows effortlessly and freely between two souls chosen to walk together. When the right one comes into your life, you will feel it immediately, an intuitive peace, a sense of home, and an alignment of hearts that cannot be forced or fabricated. It is essential to understand that God is constantly shaping both you and the one destined for your heart. Every experience you endure, every challenge, every moment of waiting is purposeful. Even the moments of doubt and loneliness are tools in God's hands, refining your heart and preparing it to recognize the love that honors your worth. The right one is being prepared just as you are. Their heart is being aligned with God's intention, their spirit being cultivated to match yours in sincerity, respect, and genuine care. While waiting, it is vital to maintain self-love and self-respect. These are not mere platitudes. They are active practices that create a foundation for the love you deserve. Protect your heart from relationships that demand begging or compromise your integrity. Embrace your passions, nurture your talents, and live a life that reflects your values and your spirit. When you do, you create a magnetic field for the right love, a love that will not need to be persuaded or coaxed because it will naturally flow toward your fullness. God also teaches discernment. Recognize the difference between fleeting affection and enduring love. The right one will not manipulate your emotions, play games, or test your patience with unnecessary trials. They will meet you with sincerity, honor your boundaries, and love you consistently without conditions. When you encounter love that does not require begging, it is a clear reflection of God's presence and guidance in your life. Patience is more than waiting. It is active faith. It is trust that God is orchestrating every detail of your journey. It is confidence that the love meant for you will arrive at the perfect time, in the perfect way, and with a heart prepared to meet yours. In the meantime, focus on your growth, your dreams, and your spiritual alignment. Nurture your mind, body, and soul. Cultivate friendships and relationships that uplift rather than drain you. The right one will enter your life and complement this foundation, not disrupt it. There is a profound peace in knowing that the right love does not require pleading. When someone truly values and cherishes you, they recognize your worth and respond with devotion and consistency. Love that demands begging is a reflection of fear, insecurity, or imbalance. God intends for you to receive love that strengthens your spirit, encourages your growth, and aligns with your values. The right one will be a mirror of this divine intention, walking with you in harmony and respect. Even if past heartbreaks linger in your memory, God reminds you that these experiences are lessons, not condemnations. They teach discernment, patience, and self-respect. They prepare your heart to recognize the love that is genuine and divine. Do not let past disappointments cloud your hope or your faith. The right one is coming, and their arrival will make all previous struggles worth it. You will not feel compelled to chase, beg, or plead. You will simply recognize them as two hearts destined to meet in God's perfect timing. God calls you to live fully while waiting. Embrace your life with joy. Pursue your passions with courage, and love yourself without reservation. This creates a heart space where true love can thrive. The right one will enter not as a source of need, but as a source of mutual fulfillment, respect, and shared purpose. Love in its purest form is a partnership of equals, grounded in faith, integrity, and divine alignment. As you walk in this truth, understand the importance of boundaries as an expression of self-respect. The right one honors your boundaries without question. They do not test you with demands, manipulation, or conditional affection. Instead, they embrace your heart fully, with reverence and love that is steady and reliable. This is the love God promises, a love that nurtures, honors, and uplifts, never diminishes or coerces. Consider the quiet ways in which God prepares your heart and the heart of the one destined for you. Every lesson, every challenge, and every moment of waiting serves to align you both with a love that is enduring and true. God's timing is precise and His plan is flawless. Trust in this process, even when it is invisible. The right one will appear when both hearts are ready, and you will recognize the harmony immediately. Prayer is your compass on this journey. Pray for discernment, clarity, and alignment. Pray for patience and trust. Pray not for someone to fill a void, but for the arrival of a love that complements the fullness of your spirit. God's answers will come, often in ways that surpass expectation, and always with integrity and grace. Gratitude amplifies your readiness for the right love. Be thankful for your journey, for the lessons you have learned, and for the wisdom that each experience has imparted. Gratitude aligns your spirit with God's timing and opens the door for divine encounters. It shifts your heart from desperation to expectation, from anxiety to calm, from longing to trust. As the right one approaches your life, you will feel a natural flow of connection. There will be no coercion, no pleading, and no manipulation. There will simply be recognition, a sense of peace and completion that only God's alignment can bring. Your heart will know it, your spirit will feel it, and your life will be enriched by a love that is pure, steadfast, and divine. God reminds you to continue nurturing your inner self. Embrace your passions, cultivate kindness, and pursue purpose with joy. In doing so, you radiate the authenticity that draws the right love to you. The person destined for your heart will see this light, honor it, and meet it with a love that never asks you to compromise, chase, or plead. They will simply reflect back the love that already resides within you. Finally, trust this truth. The right one will never make you beg for love. This promise is unwavering, grounded in God's perfect plan. Allow your heart to rest in this certainty. Live your life with fullness and faith, and remain open to the blessings that await. And as you continue to walk in this awareness, consider subscribing to this channel to receive ongoing guidance, encouragement, and reminders of God's promises for your life and love journey. Let your heart remain open, your spirit nourished, and your faith strengthened, knowing that the love meant for you is already on its way. Walk confidently. Love yourself wholly and trust in God's perfect timing. The right love will meet you when you are ready, without coercion, without pleading, and without compromise. It will meet you as a reflection of God's grace, a companion of your soul, and a partner in the journey He has designed for you. This is the love that sustains, uplifts, and honors your heart. This is the love that never requires begging.